we actually nicknamed her Smudge, because Smudge has a little smudge on her nose, and it's in the shape of a cat. So Smudge just turned 15 years old. So Smudge is still home, so that's why we bought this book. It was actually because of Smudge the Cat at Home, even though Smudge the Cat at Home officially is named Calypso. This was originally published in 1948. Smudge is the story of the 3 kittens who decide to explore the world outside of their box when their parents, Muff and Buster, go out to hunt for grasshoppers. Spurred on by the brave little black kitten Smudge, they enter a big living room filled with imposing looking furniture. Their ensuing adventure is filled with mischievous kitten fun and a few surprises. So, I think what I'm going to do though is I want to show you a picture of Smudge. I have a picture of Smudge in the in the pineapple. Oh, this is a good picture. Well, that's an old picture. Let's find a better picture. Ah, this is a good one. Here's my Smudge in the pineapple. And if you look on her nose, it looks like a side view. It's hard to see here, but this is our Smudge. Who wakes me up every morning because she wants to knead on me. Alrighty. Smudge. Muff was delighted with her new kittens. She purred and purred. Hello, Caden. Buster, the big red father cat, was not half so pleased. Thank you, Ms. M. He had never seen such tiny kittens before, and they were not at all what he had expected. In his opinion, they looked rather like mice, though he did not say that out loud. There were 3 of them, 2 boys and a girl. The red one, who took after his father, was called Junior. The black one was called Smudge. And the little black, white, and red girl kitten was named Betty Joe, after an aunt on her mother's side of the family. Boy, was he! Alrighty. At first, the kittens did nothing but eat and sleep. They did not even open their eyes. But every day they grew a little fatter and a little fluffier. And every day they looked more like kittens. When Buster got used to his children, he became quite fond of them. He liked to help with their bath, and he often stayed in the box with them while Muff got out to stretch her legs. When the kittens were 10 days old, their eyes opened. Soon after, they learned to walk, waddling about unsteadily on their short legs, with their tails sticking up like little pine trees. Oh, wow, Sparrow. Presently they began to wander about the world outside their box and to stand on tippy-toe to look over the edge. One day, Muff and Buster decided that the children were old enough to be left alone for a while, and they went out in the garden to chase grasshoppers. No one realized that the kittens had grown large enough to climb out of their box. but they had. Somebody's having a good time over here. Smudge, who was the bravest, was the first over the side. Junior quickly followed, and then Betty Jo. There they were in a big room full of ominous-looking furniture. But the kittens wisely took no actions. Look at that little Smudge. Who was that?
I don't know. It was over by the time I got my slow body up off the floor.
Yeah. They crept very quietly all over the place, sniffing everything to see if it were dangerous. However, when nothing growled or barked or pounced at them, they forgot to be afraid, and then they began to play. It's got nice little, like, not watercolor, but pencil art. Little Betty Jo crawled under a big rug and hid. She was pretending to be a wild kitten in the woods, and the rug was her cave. Junior made believe the window curtain was an enemy and attacked it savagely with all of his teeth and claws. It was a fierce battle, but Junior won, without a doubt. For when the fight was over, the window curtain was full of holes, and Junior didn't have a scratch. Then Smudge, who was a very brave kitten, climbed up the side of the sofa and jumped onto the table. There he found a marvelous plaything, a lamp with a fine silk shade that you could really get your claws into. And by standing on tiptoe and reaching, he did get his claws into it. He tugged and tugged while the lamp rocked on its base. He tugged some more, and suddenly the whole thing toppled over. And with Smudge still clinging to it, for he didn't have time to unhook his claws, they crashed to the floor. Bad Smudge. Meow! Shrieked Smudge. Tearing loose his claws, he scrambled under the sofa, followed by Junior and Betty Jo, who were almost as frightened as he was. With their eyes round and their fur standing on end, they watched the fallen lamp to see what it would do next. But the lamp did not move. It just lay there on the floor, all broken in pieces. Where you going, Spiker? Purr, 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 called Muff anxiously when she heard Smudge cry, and she rushed back into the house. Buster followed at a more leisurely pace. He was fond of the children, but he did not worry over them as Muff did. Mew, 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 cried the kittens, running from under the sofa to meet their mother. They knew the lamp could not hurt them if she was there. Muff sniffed them all over very carefully and was greatly relieved to find out they still had all of their paws and tails and whiskers. Just the same, she did not like to have them running about in the room where anything might happen, and she told them so over and over in cat language. Then she seized Smudge by the scruff of his neck, dragged him back to the box, and plopped him in. She returned for Junior and finally for Betty Jo. When they were all three safe in the box again, she leapt in with them and washed them with her rough pink tongue. That night the kittens were very hungry after their adventures, and after supper they were very tired. When bedtime came, do you suppose they begged Muff to tell them another story? Or teased Buster to let them stay up for 5 minutes longer? Of course not. They just snuggled up close to their warm, furry mother and purred themselves to sleep. And that is the story of Smooch. All right. Next, I think we're going to read Eyewitness Cat. Explore the fascinating lives of cats, from domesticated breeds to fearsome feline predators. What is a cat? I think that's the first page. Let me just double check. Yeah. Cats are possibly the most beautiful and graceful of all animals. They have fine fur, which is often strikingly marked with spots or stripes, page 14, and elegant heads with pointed ears and large eyes. Wild and domestic cats all belong to one family, the Felidae. Okay. Hello, Craig. Thank you, Catalina. Wild and domestic cats all have typical features of mammals. They are warm-blooded, have a protective skeleton, and produce milk to feed their young. All cats are carnivores or meat eaters, and they almost all live and hunt on their own. The exception here is the lion, which hunts in a family group or pride. Affectionate, intelligent, and playful, the domestic cat is one of the most popular of all animal companions. There's a whole bunch of pictures here. Oh, here comes Spiker. Here comes Spiker. The first cats. Millions of years ago, many cat-like animals roamed the earth, some more massive and fierce than any alive today. The earliest fossil ancestors of the cat family came from the Eocene period, some 50 million years ago. These evolved into the species of large and small cats that are living today. There were also the now extinct saber-toothed cats, named after the enlarged dagger-like canine teeth. The best known is the American species Smilodon. Okay. Oh, I see Derecho! Cat clans. Cats kill other animals for food, and so belong to the order Carnivora, which is flesh eaters. There are 4 groups within the cat family: the small cats, which include domestic cats, the black-footed cat, and the puma; the large cats, the lion, the tiger, the jaguar, the leopard, and the snow leopard; and 2 groups with only 1 cat each: the cheetah and the clouded leopard. Cats have very highly developed senses, fast movements, and very sharp teeth. Unlike the large cats, the small cats are unable to roar. The domestic cat is descended from a species of small wild cat, Felis sylvestris, which can still be found in Europe, Western Asia, and Africa. Big cats. Big cats need a great deal of meat to survive. For this reason, there's always been fewer in number than the small cats, who are more able to find enough food for their needs. Small cats. All the small cats, including the smaller wildcats, live on their own and hunt by night. They are found all over the world, and tragically, many have been hunted almost to extinction for their beautifully patterned soft furs. the bare bones. A cat's skeleton consists of about 250 bones. It protects the soft parts of the body while allowing the cat to move with great agility. The skull is specially designed for killing prey. The eye sockets are round to allow a wide view of vision. The hearing parts are large, and the short, strong jaws open very wide. Cats kill their prey with their very sharp canine teeth and then cut pieces off with their cardassial, which means shearing teeth. Oh, okay. Well, what am I going to do about that? Nothing. Let's go to the next page, which is Inside Out. Cats have evolved so that they can feed on other live animals. They have to be fast thinkers, fast killers, and in order to outwit their predators, fast eaters. Cats are very intelligent, and their brains are large in relation to the size of their bodies. Their intestines are relatively short and simple because they need to digest only meat and not plant matter. After a kill, the wildcat will gorge itself on its prey. Then it may go for several days before it needs to hunt again. The cat's rough tongue is used to scrape flesh from bones, as well as to draw food into the mouth. Now, when it mentions about that the cats are smart, I was going to tell you a little story. When I get up in the morning, I heat up my breakfast, and while I'm heating up my breakfast, I usually give the cats some treats. And, you know, that's usually the routine. Well, the cats have figured out that when I go into my office, my office at home, that I lock them out. So the last couple days, they have been eating their treats and then running into the office room, and then just, either getting onto the computer table, But basically, they kind of outsmart me. Like they are. It's just funny because they know what I'm going to do. They know they're not supposed to be in there, but I'll tell you, even that Gallant does that. Because he loves to park himself on the desk and just sleep there while I'm working, or if I have a meeting I'm calling into or something like that. But sometimes I have to turn my camera on the computer, so I have to ditch him. All right. In the small cats, the set of bones at the base of the tongue is hard and bony, which allows them to purr. The sound is made when these bones vibrate. A cat usually purrs when it is relaxed and content. Super senses. Most wild cats hunt at night. They have highly developed senses so that they can move quietly, see everything around them, hear the slightest noise, and smell any other animals in the dark. The small cat has to be alert, ready to flee if threatened. Cats have one sense that humans do not have, known as the taste-smell sense. Was or was on the middle rug again? I don't know. The homing instinct of cats is legendary, and there are many stories of cats finding their way home over long distances. Look at this kitty. Look at that. It almost looks like Spiker, huh? Whiskers are long, stiff hairs with sensitive nerve endings at their roots. They spread out around the face of the cat so that it can feel where it is in relation to objects nearby. In bad light, they act as a backup to the cat's sight. Hi, you are small. You must be eggs, because you're a tiny one. You're a tiny one. He's going to climb up. He's going to climb up me. Oh, here he goes. He's up in my shoe. We're going to have to take a break here so that I can show you this little one. Come here. Look at this. Is this eggs? No, this is not eggs. This is not fuzzy, not wuzzy. Gold tiger, white. That is not. I don't think that's. No, you're not a gold tiger. Gold tiger, white, gold dot, back and nose. Black tiger, white, black nose. I think that might be you. This would be Patty Ann, I guess. What do you think of that? Huh? Isn't that cute? Alright. Alright. Oh, there's another one right by my foot. I'm a little... Alright. So, would you like to join me in story time? Would you like to join me? Oh. Alright. So we are up to Super Sense. No, we talked about Super Senses. Alright. Can I use you as a... Yes, our twinny sissy. I do think that's the one who was here. Magnificent movers. All cats are extremely agile and can leap with great power. Although, except for the cheetah, they can run fast over only short distances. Unlike many other carnivores, the cat has collarbones which prevent it from jarring its shoulders when it leaps from a height. The shoulder blades are placed at the sides of the cat's chest, which helps it to climb. Cats that spend a lot of time in trees, such as the leopard, have long tails for balance. All cats walk on their toes, and their feet have thick, soft pads so they can move quietly. Yes. I forgot to wear my derecho shirt because I was going to wear it today. Cleaning up. Cats are exceptionally clean animals. They spend a lot of time licking their fur, pulling dirt from their feet, and wiping their faces with their paws. Ooh, speaking of that, look at that. Likes his face. Look at that little cute one, huh? Look at that. Grooming allows the cat to spread its scent all over its body, and then to rub it onto people, objects, and other animals. It also helps the cat to relax. Domestic cats bury their droppings, unlike many wild cats, who deposit them in prominent positions to mark their territory. Licking, rubbing, and depositing droppings are all part of a cat's complex pattern of communication through smell and touch. Hi, how are you? You are you're very sweet, you know that? You are very, very sweet. Hunting. Look at that Black Panther here. In the wild, all cats feed on the animals they have killed. Cats are solitary hunters, except for the lion, which hunts in a group. Cats usually kill animals smaller than themselves, although sometimes they will attack a larger animal. Motionless animals sometimes escape attacks, but with practice, cats can recognize prey by sound and scent alone. Cats stalk their prey and then leap on it and bite onto its neck. Small cats feed mostly on mice, birds, and other small animals. Large cats, like the leopard, feed on bigger animals about the size of a goat. Hi. They often drag their prey up in the trees and keep it away from the other predators. You think I'm talking to you, don't you? You think I'm talking to you? Yeah. Who wants your little girl? Who wants your little party in? Who wants Patty in? Who wants Patty in? Like I was saying, these kittens are much smaller in person. They look bigger on the camera. I mean, this is an itty bitty one. Itty bitty party urn. Party urn. The young ones. The young of the large cats are usually called cubs, while the young of the small cats are called kittens. All cats are blind until they're at least 9 days old. Domestic cats will choose a safe, dark spot like a drawer or closet to give birth, and there are usually around 4 kittens in a litter. Kittens take around 63 days to develop in the mother's womb, and after birth, the mother gives them milk for 6 to 8 weeks before they are weaned and begin to eat meat. In the wild, most cats give birth in a den. Lion cubs take between 100 and 119 days to gestate, and they are not weaned until they are 3 months old. Yeah, this is awfully cute. Awful cute. You don't have a care in the world, do you? You don't have a care in the world. You like this, huh? We like this. Oh, man. 7-1. So, about 6 weeks old, I guess, huh? Yeah? 6 weeks old. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we keeping you awake? Are you now nibbling on my finger? Would you like me to continue reading? Cat characteristics. All cats, whether wild or domesticated, behave in very similar ways. They give birth in safe, dark places, they exchange scents, and they hunt alone, except for the lion. Bless you! They also mark their territory by spraying urine and by depositing their droppings. Both large and small cats have various noises in common, such as meowing or greeting and yowling. All cats sleep a great deal, mostly in the day, so that they are ready for hunting at night. Unlike dogs, cats can rarely be trained. Domestic cats have adjusted to living with humans, but they have never changed their essential character. Look at that. Such a cute one. Oh, such a cute one. Oh, it's a cute. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's a little cute one. Hmm. You got a very, very nice disposition. You know that? You're very, very sweet. All right, we're going to read about Top Cat. More than 10,000 years ago, lions roamed the whole of Europe, Asia, and Africa. Aside from a small number in northwest India, lions today are found only in Africa. They live in family groups or prides, up to 12 animals. Because they hunt together, they are the only cats able to kill animals larger than themselves. Male lions defend their territory by pacing around it, roaring, and spraying their urine. The females are the main hunters. Each lioness will give birth to about 5 cubs every 2 years. If a new lion takes over a pride, he may kill any cubs a lioness has before he mates with her. Hi. Can I take a sip? Probably not good to drink an energy drink at 8 p.m.
Before bed?
Yeah.
No.
The tiger. Tigers are the biggest and most powerful cats. They used to live in the forests of India, Southwest Asia, and China. Today, these endangered creatures live in a few forest reserves and in swamps, like the Ganges Delta in India. The largest tigers come from the icy forests of Siberia, but only between 400 and 500 still live there. Their habitat has been slowly destroyed. They have been poached for their skins and bone. Tigers hunt and defend their territories on their own. They spend a great deal of time keeping cool in or near rivers. They often hide the carcasses of their prey in dense thickets or in water. Yeah, I know. She keeps looking up at me like I'm reading it to her. Huh? Huh? She doesn't have a care in the world. You know, she's just very content. You were climbing on my foot. Yeah.
I don't think this is what you're looking for, but you can start with that, okay? Here.
Next is tree climber. Leopards live in the wooded grasslands of Africa and southern Asia. Although bulky, they are skilled climbers and can scale vertical trunks with complete ease. Leopards are secretive animals and stealthy hunters. They may occasionally prey on domestic farm animals, but they also kill animals such as baboons and cane rats that destroy crops. Cubs are looked after by their mother until they are about 2 years old. Leopards are also under threat everywhere, mainly because of the destruction of their habitat, but also because of their very desirable fur. This is Patty Ant. This is a very cute little one. I don't think I really, these little kittens, they usually want to just climb down and rock and roll with their friends. This one is very content. Water cat. The jaguar is the only large cat to be found in the Americas. It lives mainly in the tropical forests of South America, and until quite recently it was also fairly common in the southern United States. Although it is now protected, the jaguar is in real danger of extinction because of the destruction of its forest habitat and overhunting. The jaguar is larger than a leopard, but not as agile. A solitary hunter, it kills tapirs, turtles, and other small animals. It can climb trees, but prefers to hunt on the ground or in water. Thank you, Evelyn. How you doing? Oh, it's time to nibble my hands, nibble on my fingers. Nibble, 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 nibble. All right, we're going to read about high society. The lynx, bobcat, and puma or cougar are called small cats. Although they are not particularly small, the puma, in fact, is the largest of all the small cats. The lynx and the bobcat are different from other cats in that they both have very short tails. The bobcat lives in North America, the lynx in Europe, North America, and Asia, and the puma in North and South America. Hello, Derecho! All three are most at home high up in the Rocky Mountain slopes. That's Wuzzy. Wuzzy makes a lot of noise. Derecho! Derecho! Ugh. I do have to tell you, I have to really look at my feet. Plains cats. Many cats live in grasslands, savannas, plains, and deserts. Plains cats hunt small animals including birds, rodents, and snakes. They have longer legs than forest cats and are fairly speedy over the short distances when escaping from larger predators such as hyenas. The caracal is also called the desert lynx because it has tufts on its ears. Although it does not have the short tail of the northern lynx, the serval has been hunted in East Africa for its meat and fur, which is used to make African cloaks called karosses.
Come on.
What's a little? Are you happy here? Mm-hmm. You're very happy. You are going to be the ultimate lap cat, you know that? Except you're going to have to stop chewing on my fingers, because that's not a good thing. Not a good thing, girlie.
Sure.
Not a good thing. Forest felines. Most of the small cats live in woodlands, forests, or jungles and are found on every continent except for Australia. Ooh, bless you. Forest cats will eat pretty much anything that they're able to catch. They're almost all very striking. Oh, he's got the little antsy down. He wants to get down. All right, you've been here a long time. I am going to put you down. All right, but you've been a very, very gentle. You've been a gentle companion. Here we go. There we go. There. All right. They are almost all very striking in appearance, with powerful, agile bodies, spotted or striped fur, and huge eyes for night hunting. They are generally silent creatures, but the males try to see off their enemies by caterwauling. Just like Fuzzy or Wuzzy. All of the species are in danger of extinction, both from loss of habitat and also because they are still hunted for their fur, particularly in South America. Is that Junebug? Hello, Bailey. Junebug?
Have you seen Bernie?
I have not.
With the baby at your leg. Oh. Bernie.
I'm going to see if I can scoop up Junebug so I can show you. Oh, you're welcome, Catsway. But I want to tell you a little bit about Junebug. Junebug, who's starting to look like a half cat, half wolf. Oh, God. Junebug!
There you are.
Give me, I'm going to take 1 minute. I just want to, stretch my legs. You guys are crazy. Every one of you. Wow. Now, this is the group of a little bit older kittens that are. Oh, here's Patty Ann. Said, you know what? I've had enough. I want to get down. All right. Trying to be very cognizant of my feet. Yeah. Bye-bye. Why is everybody like on this kick to say their name? Is this Breaking Bad? Like that's like the third person who wanted their name. They wanted them to say their name. Anyway, I don't know. So the next is Speed King. The cheetah is the fastest lamb animal in the world. Lamb animal. Unlike other cats, which are all leaping cats, the cheetah is called a running cat, because it hunts fast-running animals. For this reason, it is in a different group. Oh, that's not good. Hold on for 1 second. Oh, God, why is that happening? I got to figure something out with that. But anyway, for this reason, it is in a different group from all other cats and has a different Latin name. Acinonyx jubatus. The cheetah stalks its prey in the usual way, but then at a very high speed. It will chase after the gazelle or antelope and will kill it with a sharp bite to the neck. It also preys on hares, guinea fowl, and even ostriches. The female cheetah lives alone, allowing males near only when she is in heat. Male cheetahs often live in small groups, but only the dominant male will mate with the female. Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Kind of silly. I don't know. Let me just check one thing. My blood sugar is going up. But I got 22. I got insulin in me, so I should go down soon. Next is called Cat's Kin, and they got this really adorable little cat on a tree. They got a couple cute little cats here. The many different breeds of domestic cats are descended upon from one wild species called Felis sylvestris, the wildcat. This small cat can be found in European forests, African savanna, and the rocky lands of Western Asia and India. In Northern Europe, the wildcat has a stocky body and thick fur to cope with the cold climates. In Africa, the cat has a finer body, longer legs, and short hair. In India, the Indian desert cat lives in hot, dry country and is usually spotted. The wildcat shows many slight color variations, and the female is usually paler than the male. The African wildcat is most likely the ancestor of the domestic cat. Uh-oh. Magic is out. But what? Walked right by me, didn't even sniff my shoelaces. The taming of the cat. Cats probably began living near human settlements to catch the rats and mice that were feeding on stored grain. People soon saw that cats were useful and encouraged them to remain. No one knows when cats first started living with humans, but it was probably at least 5,000 years ago. At the height of the Egyptian civilization 3,000 years ago, the cat was already a common domestic animal, and eventually it became one of the most sacred animals in Egypt. It is, therefore, possible that the cat was first domesticated in ancient Egypt. Today there are domestic cats in every part of the world where there are humans. Hi. I think that's a cemetery cat. One of the two cemetery cats. Myths and legends. Cats have always played a major part in folklore. This may be because they are such mysterious creatures. In the daytime they are often sleepy and affectionate, but at night they turn to stealthy, silent hunters. Many cats were killed in Europe in the late Middle Ages because they were thought to be linked with witchcraft. But in eastern countries such as Myanmar, their magical powers were praised. Cats were welcomed at sea, too, because many sailors believed that they could forecast storms. Aristocats. In the mid-19th century, it became fashionable to own exotic cats, and clubs were formed to set standards and compare breeds. During the 20th century, many breeds were developed that looked very different from the cat's wild ancestors. But whatever the breed, the basic behavioral patterns of cats remain the same. For a cat to be affectionate, it must be handled and talked to from birth. If kittens are reared in a cattery in large numbers and then taken from their mother at 6 weeks old to be placed with the family, they may appear neurotic. This is due to a lack of human contact and because they have been taken from their mother too soon. Look at this. Look at that Persian. Beautiful cat. Asha! Asha! Asha's here with me right now. Hey, you! Hey, Asha! Asha's putting her ears back, but she's not. But she's pretending like she's hard to get. Asha, hi. Hi. Oh, a little meow from Asha, like a little hello. She looked at me and she meowed. Bye. Here's Asha's going to be coming right into the picture soon. All right, bye, dark cat. Short hairs. Here comes Asha. Asha is now in the bottom of the frame. Short hairs. Almost all cats that have short hair until about 100 years ago. This was because a cat could survive and fend for itself more easily if its coat were short. Pedigree short-haired cats fall into three main groups: the British, American, and Oriental Shorthair. The British Shorthair is a stocky, muscular cat with shortish legs. The American Shorthair is larger and more lithe and has slightly longer legs. Among the most popular cats today are the sleek Oriental Shorthairs, which include the Siamese, Burmese, Abyssinian breeds. There are also many non-pedigree short-haired cats of all shapes and sizes. So, I thought I'd show you this picture of all these different short-haired cats. Let me just check to see if my sugar's going down yet. Asha! Still going up. That's not good. I had to figure that out. I just don't know. Maybe I'm not taking my insulin as early as I should. Long hairs. All wildcats have a 2-layer fur coat. And in cold countries, cats tend to have thicker, longer fur. But no wildcat has the luxurious fur of the long-haired domestic cat. Long hair would be a disadvantage to a wild cat because it would become matted and tangled in bushes. Among the oldest breed of long-haired cats are the Persian and the Angora, originally from Turkey. Long-haired cats are usually placid and make excellent companions, but they do need more attention than short-haired cats. Now look at all these long-haired cats. These Turkish vans down here? Yes, Turkish vans. This cat is often called the Turkish Swimming Cat because it is fond of playing in water. It is named after the area around Lake Van in Turkey, where it has been bred for several hundred years. If you ever saw a picture of Magnolia that I have, Magnolia is very similar to a Turkish van. She's got the long hair. She's got the same markings. But Turkish vans are huge cats, and my little Magnolia is a very dainty little cat. But she's got this spectacular tail, and she's got the long fur. She's got the bunny fur. If you feel her, she's got the silkiest, smoothest fur you will ever feel. Let me see if I have a picture of Magnolia. Gallery. Let's see, get a good picture. Yes, this is a good picture. So Magnolia is on the right. She looks like a Turkish van. Now Gallant is in the middle, and on the very left is Jessie, who happens to be Magnolia's daughter. So that's wanted to show you that because Magnolia does have, you know, markings like a Turkish van. Curious cats. The breeding of cats for special characteristics, selective breeding, began at the start of the 20th century. Since then, many different breeds have been developed. Almost any part of the cat that can be altered by selective breeding. For example, cats can be bred with very fluffy fur or a short tail. Sometimes curiosities in the wild, like the white tiger, are perfectly healthy, as are some new domestic breeds like the Burmilla, a cross between a Burmese and a chinchilla. But all too often, excessive inbreeding produces animals with serious health issues. Thank you, Ms. M. Oh yeah, Magnolia, yeah, she's in a class by herself. And let me tell you about Magnolia. She loves any kind of movement, all right? So when the sun comes down, all right, and maybe, you know, it hits a sparkle of the chandelier, she just goes crazy. She will try to bat that darn, you know, sunbeam. I actually keep YouTube on, and I keep a bird feeder on. She loves watching the bird feeders, and every now and then between her and her daughter will bang the TV. Boom, 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 boom. It's kind of funny. But you know, sometimes they can really bang it. You know, as long as it doesn't come tumbling down. So I'm trying to see when this was, because it mentions white tigers, and I thought white tigers, you know, that they're kind of. Oh, look at this. That is a Turkish van. So that looks a lot like Magnolia. Long hairs. Curious cats. Street life. Yeah, about that sunbeam. All cities with have a secret world of teeming animal life. City cats find plenty of pigeons, rats, mice, and cockroaches in alleys, trash cans, and drains. City-dwelling cats have their own territories, crawling into basements, under sheds, or up onto roofs. Male city cats, or alley cats, mark and defend their territory in the same way as pet cats and wildcats. Females also have territories and find hidden places to have their kittens. Cats are useful in cities because they get rid of garbage and pests. The population of city cats can, however, become too large if too many people feed them. This upsets the balance of the concrete jungle. Look at that. That's another one that looks like Magnolia. Well, a little bit. A little article, a little bit on feral cats. Feral refers to domestic animals that no longer live with humans and have returned to the wild. Some alley cats living in cities have also become feral. Feral cats are often found on sparsely populated islands where they were left by sailors. Next is called Caring for Your Cat. And I think there's only a couple more pages. Yeah. Caring for your cat. Cats are true individuals with their own needs. If possible, every cat should be allowed outside to explore its territory and also to eat the blades of grass that help its digestion. Magnetic cat flaps allow cats maximum freedom. And who's under me? As the flap is opened by a magnet on their collar. Most people have their cats neutered, which prevents them from producing litters of unwanted kittens. Cats also have to be vaccinated against harmful diseases such as cat flu. Cat flu? Cats can live for over 20 years and need constant care, but they make very rewarding pets. I have a suspicion that this is an older book, and the only reason why I say that is some of the things they mention in here I don't think are necessarily agreed upon in these day and age. well, originally 1991, then 2004, 2014. So if it's 1991, that means it's 30 years old. So, you know, because it mentions about the white tiger, and I know that, you know, the breeding of white tigers is now kind of frowned upon, just because, you know, of all of the problems of the white tigers always have. So, going to read a couple of these did you knows. Yeah, not a separate species, but I know that, you know, there's a lot of problems in the genetics of white tigers. Did you know that a cat's nose pad has a unique pattern just like a human fingerprint? There are more than 500 domestic cats in the world. A cat's heart beats nearly twice as fast as a human heart. Cats are particularly colorblind, so that red colors appear green and green colors appear red. In just 7 years, a single pair of cats and their offspring could produce 420,000 kittens. Sir Isaac Newton, who discovered the laws of gravity, also invented the cat flap. The flat-headed cat is an expert fisher. Its webbed paws and well-developed premolars grip slippery prey well. The domestic cat is the only cat to hold its tail vertically while walking. Wildcats hold their tails horizontally or between their legs. So I think I'm going to end it there, and I think we're going to finish the others, and we're going to continue with that next week. So I don't know if Barb left or not. So want to thank everybody for tuning in. And we will finish the Eyewitness Cat next week and then we have a true or false book of cats. And then I want to read you about the Porchies and the Covies. What kind of cat is the cat with the large, long, fluffy tail? Oh, you must be talking about Junebug. I don't know. Thank you, everybody. But, you know, let me tell you about Junebug before I leave. That Junebug is a miracle. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but Junebug came in with that infected leg. It was all full of maggots, and wasn't sure if Junebug was going to survive. But Junebug has really come around. All right, everybody. Thank you, everybody. And have a great night. All right, since you're not going to eat that, I see Pontiac. Pontiac. Hey.